Imagine things that I sing every day. Anyways, let's proceed. The next document you need if you need to apply for your study permit to come. So guys, if you are new to this channel, know that you are watching the Anointed Village Boy, and my name is Milton Fonkwa. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please, if you are new, subscribe to our YouTube channel and equally like this video for me. Press the like button, because if you do press, YouTube is going to recommend this video to other people looking for similar content like this. All right, thank you so much. Guys, please, I want to make you understand that first of all, this video is about study visa requirements. If you are a student and you want to apply for a student visa or a study permit to Canada, this is a video you should watch. But before I continue with the video, let me talk about something. This visa to Canada is something that you need to pay close attention to. It is not something that you need to rush over it. All right, if you rush over it, you are going to make a lot of errors. So always pay attention to what you are doing or the forms you are filling. Now, someone was saying that, Milton, what do I need to do after I have gotten admissions? This is what you need to do. You need to apply for visa, and these are the documents you need. You will need some before the visa application, the actual visa application on IRCC, and you are going to need some only after you have finished with IRCC. Also remember, you have a Visa or MasterCard, because at the end of the day you have to pay the visa fee. I don't know if it's 205 or how much, I don't know for now. Now, the first document you need if you want to apply for a student permit or a student visa or a study permit to Canada, know that you need an international passport. Let me just clarify something a little before we continue. Someone just told me few moments, it's not been long, that she applied for a visitor's visa and was accepted but asked to send the passport, but her passport is going to expire in 4 months time. So I was like, a visitor's visa, you have to go to Canada and be there for over 6 months, and again they have to give you the visitor's visa in duration in connection to your passport when your passport is going to expire. Right now, if you have a 4 months passport, they cannot give you for up to 6 months, and they cannot give you the visa again, and you cannot stay in Canada for up to 6 months. I don't even understand if at all you are going to be stamped. The passport is going to be stamped. Before I saw the message, it was already late. She has already given the passport. Imagine things that I sing every day. Anyways, let's proceed. The next document you need if you need to apply for your study permit to Canada is called the LOA, which is the letter of acceptance. Now, the letter of acceptance is a document that is going to come to you immediately after you receive or you pay your confirmation. Some universities or some colleges or some schools in Canada will say that for you to get the letter of acceptance, you need to pay a tuition deposit. Most of the times, $500, $1,000, $1,500, $7,000, or even more. Now, that is the next letter you need, and with all these documents I'm telling you, you need them. You need to upload them to the application portal where you are going to be applying for your study visa or your study permit, which is the IRCC portal. And remember that you must merge some of these documents together in order for them to go in, because you cannot upload more than one file. The next document you need is proof of funds. Proof of funds, of course, you need to upload your bank statement. You need to upload your bank statement to the application form. And remember that you are not just uploading your bank statement. Of course, the bank statement is a bank statement for the last 4 months. You can use the last 6 months. It's left to you. And this is not just the bank statement you are uploading. If you are sponsoring yourself, you need to upload documents to prove where your money is coming from. Maybe your business registration. If your parents are sponsoring you, they need to also prove where they are getting money from and stuff like that. There are a lot of things you need to prove if you are going to be, of course, proving that these are the documents you need to use for your student visa or your study permit. You need a lot to prove, and proof of funds, there are a lot. It depends on who is sponsoring you, and it's a case-by-case matter. I hope you understand. If you watch my videos on proof of funds to study in Canada, you will equally understand. Then the next document you need is application forms for the study permit. You will have a form called the family form or the family information form. You will need to fill that form as well. Then you will equally have a temporary residence visa form. You also need to fill that form. It is very, very important that you fill this form. Then you need a passport size photograph. Usually it's usually in a white background like this one that you see here. All right, this one behind me. passport size photograph must have something like white like this, so you need that. Police clearance certificate, I'm checking my jotter here so that I do not miss out on anything. You need a police clearance certificate. This police clearance certificate is going to come from the police. You can check IRCC to see the various locations where you can get the police clearance certificate, because I believe that you are going to be getting it according to your country of residence. All right, and you have not gone to jail before, you have not been locked up before and stuff like that. The payments, have you the payment document, which is the Visa card or the MasterCard, you will need to make payments as soon as you finish. Remember, you are paying for the visa and you are equally going to be paying for biometrics, because the appointment you are booking for biometrics, you are just going to go to the location with a receipt to prove that you actually paid already to IRCC. All right, then the next thing you need to have is your English proficiency exams or your French proficiency. Someone was asking me if he can submit documents in French language to IRCC. Yes, it's possible. You can submit your certificates in the French language. All right, next document you need to submit is the evaluation of documents. All right, if you want to study in Canada, just understand that you may need to evaluate your certificates or the West evaluation. You need to show that or prove that you have actually done West evaluation or the other evaluation type. All right, there are many of them. It's either you do it with West evaluation, World Education Services, or you do it with the other bodies that are involved or that usually do evaluation for international documents. Now you equally need a letter of application. All right, the letter of application in this case, I'm talking about letter of explanation or the motivation letter or the statement of purpose. Remember, this is one of the very important documents that you need to have. A letter of explanation, you have to explain a lot of things. You need to explain why you choose the school, why you choose Canada, all right, and not UK, why you choose the school. Let's assume that you are going to the University of British Columbia, why you didn't go to the University of Manitoba. You need to explain how the program you are applying to is going to affect your life tomorrow, or how it's going to be beneficial to you. You need to give your family information and of course your financial situation. All right, still on the letter of explanation, you need to explain the program you are applying to, the province in which you are, the duration of the programs, and how you are going to be studying or where you are going to be living. All right, and equally talk about your family information. These are very important informations to give during the writing of the letter of explanation. It's very, very important, and so many other things. All right, then you need to equally prove if you are married. Then you need to show your marriage certificate and other documents, maybe birth certificates. If you have kids, you present them. They are very important. Now these are the things you need to do. I would also like to draw your attention to the fact that when you are applying for a Canada study permit, there are some documents that you need to put into consideration. One is your proof of funds. Proof of funds must be well documented. If you do not document your proof of funds very well, it's going to be a very big problem to you during the application stage. The reason why I say if you do not document it well, it's going to be a problem is because a lot of people I see, they say, Milton, I have a land, I have properties, I want to sell them. How do I document my proof of funds? If you sell a property, make sure you keep the receipts that reflects the amount of money you sold the property, because when you dumped this money or bumped this money into the account or your account, you will need to prove that you sold a property. Because when the officials, or let me say the immigration, see that a certain amount very huge came into your bank account, they would start questioning and looking at their documents to actually see if you actually submitted the reasons why that money is in your account. Remember, every money you show to the Canadian officials, you need to prove how you got that money. Now if you have, let's say, 20 million or maybe 20,000 Canadian dollars, then you need to prove how you got this 20,000 Canadian dollars. If you have a business, then you need to prove that. If you got the money through your employment or through your job, you need to prove that, and a whole lot of stuff. If you fix out these things, then you fix out your letter of explanation, then you equally prove to the immigration that as soon as your program finish, you have to return back to your home country or to your parents or to your family. This acts as home ties, and in this case you would be good to go. All right, remember, if you do not document home ties, it is going to be a very big problem. So you need to put this into consideration. It is very important for you to do. All right. And again, I also want to let you know that when you are doing this application, it is of essence that you document every little thing that you are doing, because if you do not document it, the immigration might start doubting how you got this information or how you got your materials. All right. Proof of funds is very important, the lower certificate, because you have to prove to them that you already got your letter of acceptance. Do not forget that if you have already paid part of your tuition fee, let's say maybe $500, all right, you need to equally upload the receipts. It's very important. Then all the messages or the emails or the letters that came from the school, you have to upload all of them, all right, merge them together as one PDF file. All these informations is very important, all right, during your application stage, because if they read one thing and they cannot find the other thing, it means your information doesn't correlate. They will just keep your file, and maybe before you know, you will be rejected. So please put all of this into consideration. It is very, very important. And understand that you need money. Even if you are broke, you need people that will be able to stand for you. Like, they will be able to supply you proof of funds, that is the bank statement or maybe pay slips if you do not have it, so that you can apply for your visa. But again, you need people to give you the idea. The right idea is going to get you the right visa. So please make sure you watch more video on this channel so that you understand what you are going to be doing before your visa application. I wish you all the luck till we meet again in another one. Peace out. Of this school, all right, then the second advantage of this school is that you can apply to more than 2 programs and maybe a maximum of 3 programs. It all depends on how many you want to choose, and when you choose that maximum, it may require you to pay an application fee. Some programs will ask you to pay an application fee of $110, but others are absolutely free. But again, remember that not all the programs are open for application for international students. The programs that are open, you would find something like a blue circle, while those that are closed, you will find something like a red circle. All right, so you should put this into consideration. Now, these are some of the advantages. The second thing that you need to know is that there is no IELTS required in this school. Most Canadian universities or colleges will ask you for IELTS exam, which is the English proficiency, before they can accept your application. However, not all, but few of them will ask you if you do not have the English exam. It's not a very big problem, but they can actually give you something like an English exam to do while you enter into Canada. It is very important, so you should pay attention to all these details. Okay, now another thing is that, like I explained to you, school is located in the Ontario area, which is in Toronto, and there are about 4 campuses. All right, so when choosing a program, make sure you locate the campus and know what you are doing exactly. Now, another advantage is that there are a lot of programs you can select from in this school. There are about 260. 100 of these programs are actually diploma programs, which are full-time programs for international students, while the remaining section of the programs, or the remaining proportion, is made up of part-time, or let me say full-time is made up of 100 programs. Then the remaining section are part-time programs. And remember, as an international student, you shouldn't apply for a part-time program. I am reminding you now because a lot of people will not understand this. Part-time program would not give you a study visa to Canada. All right, so you should understand that this is what you are going to meet. Now, another advantage is that these programs, like I explained to you, they have BSc programs as well. So those programs that you will find 6 semesters, 3 years, those are bachelor's degree programs. There are equally postgraduate programs available in this college. And postgraduate means that if you have done a bachelor's already, that is post-graduation, which means that after bachelor's, you can study programs like that. What is going to qualify you at this stage? It is your bachelor's degree transcript and their documents alongside your high school certificates. Then there are equally normal diplomas that are not equivalent. Normal diplomas are not more than the postgraduate diplomas. I hope you understand, below the bachelor's level, which means that just your basic high school certificates can qualify you to apply for such programs. So you should pay attention to this. They equally have certificate programs, and of course there is no PhD or no MSc program. So if you are looking for PhD and MSc programs, go to normal universities. Okay,